Hello everyone, this is Strawberry Shorty back with the Caged Garden Cock Robin. Feels like we are nearing the end and we're about to try and steal a key to unlock a door in Bovie's shed. After chatting for a while, everyone went back to their rooms. I'm glad we're still wearing our normal clothes and not our night clothes. I looked around carefully. Okay. I started walking slowly so that I don't make any sounds. I'd imagine every noise we make would sound 10 times louder in this quiet. Phew. I'm just waiting for Owl to show up. And hopefully Jack will overpower him and save us. When I let out my breath, I held it for a while. I felt tired suddenly. I should find the key as soon as possible. Agreed. I started searching for the key on the desk as I tried not to move anything and remember where things were. When Al advised me to do this, I didn't think I would be doing it. I wonder why he advised us to do it, since he doesn't seem to want us to remember. There it is. Oh jeez, we're in trouble. The bunch of keys floating in the dark, as if heavily asserting their existence. But it's not the end of it. It was the moment when I tried to put the keys into my pocket. Robin? Who is it? I hope it's just Mosca. It was a miracle that I didn't say any words. The rising feeling disappeared. I stopped thinking. Oh, it's Lynette. Slightly less scary than everyone else. What are you doing? I couldn't reply with anything to the question. I was seen. I don't know whether he followed me or he just looked around at night. I felt the whole of my body got stiff as if all the blood were frozen. I couldn't even shake. The feeling of my fist holding the keys made me calm down somehow. What should I do? What should I do? His quizzical blue eyes suddenly started shining. You are... Persuade. I'll try and persuade. I mean, if I outrun him, he could just call everyone else. And I remember someone saying he could be an ally. It's nothing. What? You didn't see anything, right? This isn't persuading. This is more like just lie for us. This was a gamble. If there are any possibilities that someone might support me, Lynette. So it was Jack that said it. Lynette likes the master. I don't think he would cooperate with me. Please, I just want to know who killed Commodore. I don't think he would, but my only chance to escape from this situation is that I depend on Lynette cooperating with me. What I say from now on will be talking to myself. Just in case someone hears this, I will be in trouble. Lynette looked down and started talking. Commodore was dead once. I already knew that, but it hurts me when I hear it from someone. But it's not now. Maybe the reason why Commodore exists like this is because they tried to bring it back and didn't fully succeed. What? Commodore was definitely dead. But you can see it. It means it actually exists in this world. It's not alive, but it's not dead either. It's not defined in either way. That means Commodore is escaping from death. It's like a chick which won't break its shell forever. It's a twisted logic, but if you aren't born, you won't be dead either. It won't be known. It won't be hidden. It won't be known. It won't be hidden. It won't be known. It won't be hidden. To let it go back, to return into cover. The womb is in the castle? You know how much. Lynette didn't deny it, but that's enough to know. My self-talk is finished. Both of us know each other's secrets now. If you promise not to tell the story to anyone, I promise I didn't see anything. His agonizing facial expressions tell me how much he is struggling. His awkward way of doing things must be one of the ways to help me. Thank you. I didn't hear anything. I cannot involve him anymore. I should go before anyone else notices me. I went around the side of Lynette and grabbed the doorknob so that I could get out of the room. At that time... The cage. What? When I looked back, I could see Lynette going toward the desk of Chief Maid. Lynette stood in front of the desk and started looking for something. And he continued without looking at me. Even when chicks are born, it has no meaning if they fly away. The castle is the womb and the cage at the same time. Lynette found something and gave it to me. It's a piece of paper. So be careful, Robin. See. Question marks. The folded paper, I wonder what's written inside. That was a short chapter. I feel like we should look at that paper as soon as possible. Why are we here? Don't we have the key? Or are we using the key to get into the master's room to get the other key? Who's going to catch us this time? I bet it'll be Al. I finally got in. I cannot go back now. I heard the keys are in the study. I slapped my shaking legs when I felt the relief and the guilt when entering the room. I controlled my breath, being shallow, almost unconscious, and opened the door fearfully. It was a normal study at first glance. There's nothing special about it. It rather tells you how sophisticated the owner of the room is. It's just... That still looks pretty normal, although that red bottle is really weird. As I looked closely, there were some books whose language of the titles I didn't know, some notes which had weird pictures, and some tools that I didn't know how to use. Are they related to alchemy? I pay attention to them a little, but it's not the time for me to take a look in detail. I'm just remembering that whole thing with alchemy being give and take. So if we assume that Komodori exists the way that it does because the master sacrificed, like, his appearance, if they fully bring it back, wouldn't someone have to die? I pay attention to them a little, but it's not the time for me to take a look in detail. I touched the drawer more carefully than when I searched around the desk of the chief maid. It doesn't always tell me when I have to press something. How long had I been doing it? It's not there. I searched everywhere, the desk, the bookshelf, the floor, and even the back of the lamp, too. Komodori, tell me where the key is. But I couldn't find the keys at all. Did Drossel misunderstand? Or the master took them with him? That would be the smart thing to do. It was 2 a.m. The master will be back early in the morning. I still have time, but I don't know where to find it anymore. I just remembered. I haven't looked at the paper Lynette gave to me yet. That would have been the first thing I did. If I looked at the paper there, Lynette would be a criminal too. I mean, he's already complicit. I took out the paper that I took by myself out of my pocket. Is that us? What is this, Morse code? It's my introduction letter. It's the introduction letter just to show the orphanage introduced the working place. It's also the document which shows the state of the goods to the buyer. Well, that's concerning. What does it mean? Lynette gave it to me like that, so it must be a clue of something. My name, the state of my health, birthday. Is our birthday the key to the safe? There was nothing special written on there. It also has a picture, too. Yes, the picture of my face. What? I confirmed again because I realized something. I looked at it so many times that it might get a hole in it. It's just becoming more and more clear. Is this me? My face I have seen so many times since I was born. I must not see it wrong. Even so, I just whispered it because... Me in the picture looked younger than now. How many years have I lost? 13 years old. Jeez, the introduction letter says so clearly. What? Why? It's not right. The introduction letter should say the information at the time of selling. So why is the information there about 4 years ago? So we're supposed to be 17 now? Because I came here when... Komodori? I suddenly got a heavy headache. I came here when... A warning sign like pain stopping me from thinking. I was trying to remember somehow, trying to think, but I couldn't organize my thoughts. I don't feel I'm doing well, as if I was trying to catch smoke. Introduction letter. The picture of me when I was 13 years old. Blank memory. Strange feelings. The time when I left the orphanage. Was really 6 months ago? I realize that I haven't seen anything from which I can confirm the dates. Keyword. Letter of introduction. Letter of introduction from the orphanage. It was written about Robin when she was 13 years old. Everything is shaking. I run. I just keep running down the corridor. About the keys, the door, everything is out of my thoughts now. The only one person who dominates my mind is Drossel. I want her to tell me. I want her to rescue me. I'm just scared. I feel like I could vomit right now. But when I talk to her about my unclear memories and existence, I might be able to find out something. The master keys must have the key to the door, too. I should let her out. I should bring her with me. Fast, as fast as possible. Someone has to catch us. Or hear us. Only my breath filled the space around me. Or we opened the door and the room is empty. I checked no one was around and called her as usual. Drossel? No reply. Drossel? Hey. Drossel. Normally she replied any time, as if she knew when I was coming. But I don't hear any sounds at all. A bad image came to my mind. Yes, I have the key. Somewhere. I matched the keys to the hole with my shaking hands. I have to let her out fast. Every time I used the wrong key, I felt depressed as if she denied me. Please, this time. And finally. It opened. I touched the doorknob. The temperature of the metal getting cold in the night wind was the only thing that was clear. It wasn't real. What is it like on the other side of this door? No, that door doesn't actually have a keyhole, I think. What is Drossel like? I finally come to know. But why do I have this bad feeling? Drossel, I'm going to open it. She didn't reply this time either. Yeah, nice room. It was a bedroom. There's nothing special. There's nothing strange. But I feel something strange so badly. Drossel? I stepped into the room fearfully, but the room was not big enough to search around. Is this our room? The locked air smelled like old books. The furniture, the floor, and the bed linen have dust like an unused room has. Drossel is not there. No one is there. Drossel was locked in, at least since I have met her. But there are no signs showing someone was here. Why? Where did Drossel go? The person I was talking to was... What I had seen was... What I had listened to was... My memory was... What I believed was... My memory. What I saw, what I hear, what I believe, time, me, and Komodori. Well, this isn't good, things are getting red. My memory, me, the sound of the water, smell, Komodori, the voice of Drossel crying, truth, falsehood, it hurts. It hurts. What are you doing here? Is it Al? Oh. No, it's him. Red, the color of red. I've seen it somewhere. Did I see it? Did I smell it? Red. Did we kill Komodori? I don't know. I'm scared. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm asking you what you are doing here. The Master. The Master is here. The Master shouldn't be here. Drossel should be here, but she is not. I see. He said he would come back here as soon as possible. I said I would wait for him. He kept his promise to me. If so, I'm happy. What are you holding? My hand? I have master keys in my hand. I forgot about it because I kept holding them. And turn it up a little. They were like part of me now. They were warm. Keys. What about these keys? Are you trying to escape? The master grabbed my shoulder and shook me. It hurts. I guess we escaped by going into this giant bedroom. Is that how Drossel ended up locked in? It hurts. Where does it hurt? When I'm not here, you steal the keys. Were you trying to escape from here? Did you plot to deceive me? You said you wanted to talk with me. Was it a lie for me to lower my guard? No, that's not true. That's not a lie, and I didn't escape either. Because Drossel is... The master stopped moving. Why? What happened? Don't say anything about me to others. Oh, Drossel. I said it. I said it out loud. I broke the promise with Drossel. Where did you hear the name? What? The name. The blood again, that's Komodori. Is Drossel Komodori? The sound of the water. I hear the sound of water. The sound of the water which brings Komodori. Rings? Yes, it always comes with the sound of water, Komodori does. Where? To where? Where does Komodori... We got another keyword and I want to check it. I should probably be ending this episode, but I want to know what happens. Episode 11, Reminiscence, and I need to check that keyword. But the last time we checked it, we ended up running. We'll sing a psalm. Aye, said the thrush. She sat on a bush. That does not rhyme. Unless it's pronounced thrush. I'll sing a psalm. Oh no, everyone's faces. She had a keyword. Drossel. She doesn't exist anymore. Aw. Poor Drossel. My life is made up of the unhappiness of others. I think I was happy by the time I found out. Noble father and beautiful mother, an obedient maid. I wonder if this is actually the master. The grand castle, a time-honored family. I had lived in affluent circumstances. My father tended to go outside of the castle. My mother was into social circles. Therefore, I have only few moments when family members gather together. I have never been hugged or kissed, but I still loved them. I was taught to become a person suitable for the family estate. I tried hard to meet their expectations. Innocently. Purely. Without any doubt. So I didn't realize the life that shaped me was distorted and twisted. It just waits for limitations. It was meant to be broken. On that day, I was called by my mother. It was unusual. Actually, it might have been the first time. That was out of the blue for me. I went to my mother's room as I was told. I just tell you the truth, even if it's embarrassing. I expected my mother would compliment me. Her own beauty and her own adornments, I thought she might compliment me for the first time. It was my sweet imagination. Then when I entered her room, my mother let the maids go out and... she poured sulfuric acid on my face. Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're the master now. My eyes soon became dark. It was so painful, as if I was burnt by the fire of hell. I was supposed not to see anything, but the view was red in front of me. I heard my screaming somewhere far, but I could hear my mother's brutal laughs like a monster so clearly. If I could see anything with my eyes at that time, I could see my mother's smile. Ha 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 ha. This is a little too close to home currently. I don't really remember what happened after that. When I woke up, everything was over. Yes, everything was over. My father, my mother, and myself. Short-term happiness, too. After my mother pulled sulfuric acid on my face, she dashed out of the room and went to my father's. She stabbed my father with the knife she hid, and she stabbed herself with the same knife and followed him. Did no one hear me screaming? I heard all the reasons. The story was not so unusual. It didn't even sound realistic because it was too ordinary. I was not her real child. I was the kid that came from my father making another woman pregnant. A few years before I was born, my mother, his legal wife, gave birth to one child. He was my half-brother. Normally, the older brother would be set to succeed the family, and I would be left alone. However, my older brother was a little bit different from normal people. Is it Bovi? His growth was a little bit slow. His mind and body didn't match. My father decided my older brother was a failure. He shouted that my older brother was not the person who would succeed the family and that he was the shame of Waldstein. I think it's Bovi. That's why he took me. He needed someone who would succeed the family. He thought of my older brother as dead and put me in place instead of him. My older brother was not killed, but he was locked in the basement and raised in hiding. My mother lost my father's love, and she was given someone else's child. And she became crazy. I'd have broken my kid out. My father's nobility was made of his pride and vanity. Her beauty was the only thing she could be proud of. The maids were just not interested in us. The castle, the family, and the affluent life, all of them were meaningless. When I say these words, the story is just cheap. It's a story you cannot do anything about. What I had believed was broken, just like that. The only thing left after being broken was the bare bad intentions. People around me spread the story as if it was interesting and laughed at my family and me. They said bad things about me being someone else's kid. They looked down on my ugly, burnt looks. I fired unnecessary people and locked myself in the castle. That led to more rumors, but I didn't care about anything anymore. What is this? Because I was there, my older brother was locked in as he wasn't needed. My mother became crazy because of the humiliation. My father was killed. I don't know about my biological mother. I'm not sure she happily let me go or if I was taken from her unfairly. My father must have done something bad in order to keep it secret. Everything happened because I was born. If I wasn't born, nobody would have become unhappy. Because someone became unhappy, I exist here now. This is why I was born and why I'm alive. I had been thinking about it all those years. I thought about killing myself, but I didn't even have the energy to do so. I focused on studying so that I might be able to get the answer to this question. On the way, I pursued alchemy, which was one of my father's hobbies. I used money for alcohol, wine, and gambling, but nothing satisfied me. I just do my job of being high class and pass the time. I don't feel hopes, joy, anger, nor sadness. I just exist. I'm not dead, but it's hard to say I'm alive. But it was okay. I thought it's better than making someone unhappy. I had been thinking that way, though. I knew it. My life is made up of others' unhappiness. But I don't intend to live like that forever. Am I abnormal? Am I crazy? I don't care about what's right. When I was young, I thought the broken days were happiness, so the experience can easily be different depending on who sees it, who hears it, and who thinks it. This is my garden. My hopes will definitely become true this time. They did say caged garden. I am right. I am not wrong. So, hi Komodori. I would definitely make you happy. Yeah, wrong one. Family pictures. Pictures of used to be family. Oh, kind of glad it ended there because I need to end this recording. But we finally got some backstory on the master. I feel really bad for him. And I feel like we're going to learn the truth about Komodori soon. So let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!